Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1987 Supermod. I'm your host, as always, Brad Drake, and this is my AWA save. Tonight, the AWA is in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and we're live and in living color at the CKND Studios, where we will be recording Major League Wrestling. So, the venue is already selected. Let's go ahead and check on Backstage Incidents, and we have all protege work taking place. And let's go ahead and take a look and see who's missing. And it's nothing but the usuals, except for Mr. Saito, who's missing more and more and more lately. And we had him on the card in a tag match with Larry Zbyszko. So we have a problem that has formed here, folks. And this is about the third time that we've attempted to put Mr. Saito on TV, and he has not been available. So this is an issue. We'll figure out the second show for Major League Wrestling when we get there, and we're going to focus on the first show here and getting this knocked out, and then we'll deal with that second one. So let's go ahead and, well, we'll give a quick rundown here. On our first episode, which is this week, we're going to see Vivian, Vachon, the Destruction Crew, Tom Zenk, Jerry Blackwell, Nelson Royal will defend the World Light Heavyweight title. Sergeant Slaughter is going to be in action. Scott Hall is going to cut a promo for us. McDaniel and Von Raschke will be in tag action. And then our main event, we're going to see Scott Hall challenge Curt Hennig for the World Heavyweight title. On our second episode, Cactus Jack is going to be in action. Olsonoski and Peterson will be wrestling. Rip Oliver, Scott Steiner, and Greg Wojokowski will all be in action. Dick Slater is going to wrestle. Greg Gagne will defend the World Television title. And in our main event, Backlund, Bob Backlund, and Billy Robinson are going to face Larry Zbyszko and a partner to be named. You know what time it is. I know what time it is. Let's get to booking. All right, we got Shirley Black versus Vivian Vachon. Vivian Vachon, of course, is a native of Canada. So here's Shirley Black. Here is Vivian Vachon. And Vivian Vachon's going to get the win. Everybody all across Canada is going to see her get that win. Next, we have Tom Renesto Jr. and Tom Stone versus the Destruction Crew. And where's our 2 versus 2 enhancement match? Now, we've seen it before. We just saw this with the last set of tapings we did. It was right there. And now all of a sudden it's disappeared. Now it just completely doesn't exist. There it is. Now it shows up. Of course, when I typed it in, 2 versus 2, it didn't. Boy, I tell you, everybody. All right, Renesto Jr. and Stone versus the Destruction Crew. Of course, that's going to go 3 minutes. And the Destruction Crew, of course, is Mike Enos and Wayne Bloom. And they're doing pretty well for us so far here. All right, and the Destruction Crew, of course, is going to be booked to go over. Mike Enos is going to get the win here. And next, we have W.T. Jones versus Tommy Zenk. 3-minute bout. And as we know, Tom Zenk just got a big win over the Iron Sheik on a spot show. Sheiky offered to put him over. Tom Zenk and us accepted. So that's 2 matches with 3 Toms that we just had. Think about that for a second, huh? All right, Tom Zenk gets the win. Next, we have Koorijian taking on Jerry Blackwell. Another squash match here. And at one time, Jerry Blackwell was super over in Winnipeg. Let's see if that's still the case. Offhand, I don't recall. There's Crusher Blackwell, who did not like the grappler, Len Denton, as I learned from reading his book. Denton's book, that is. All right, Julio Rodriguez is going to battle Nelson Royal here for the World Light Heavyweight title. And of course, it's Royal, not Nelson. It's another 3-minute bout here. World Light Heavyweight title is up for grabs. There's Julio Rodriguez. There is Nelson Royal, who's still annoyed, even though he's gotten the best treatment of any wrestler we have. Nelson Royal, of course, is going to get the win here, and this segment is booked. All right, Sergeant Slaughter is going to cut a promo here, and you know, we're going to give him, well, we should be able to go 5 minutes with him because we're buying time with the enhancement matches now that it's been edited. It's using 1 minute less per match. So Sergeant Slaughter easily should get a promo here, 5-minute promo. And we're going to use Larry Nelson. There's Larry Nelson. And of course, he's going to be talking about his feud with the Iron Sheik. And Sheiky is off screen. So that one is booked. Next, we have Scotty Williams taking on Sergeant Slaughter. There he is. There is Slaughter, and this should be an easy win for Slaughter. Make him quit to that Cobra clutch. I always thought it was ironic that the enemy of G.I. Joe was Cobra, and Sergeant Slaughter, who was a member of G.I. Joe, used the name of the enemy for his finisher. In all fairness, I think it was the Cobra clutch before G.I. Joe premiered. All right, here we go. Scott Hall is going to cut a promo. And there we go. There's Scott Hall. Here is Larry Nelson. And last, Curt Hennig. Scott Hall's going to be based on microphone. He should do just fine. But we just never know with these, right? All right, here we go. Jeff Curtis and Butch Schultz are going to face McDaniel and Von Raschke. And let's see if Butch Schultz's picture is missing again. Okay, so let's go through this really slowly. And as you can see, the 2 versus 2A television match just does not exist. Doesn't make an ounce of sense. And there it is. Now it shows back up. Just like Butch Schultz's picture disappearing before. Jeff Curtis was his partner, yes. There's McDaniel and Von Raschke. And we're going to go ahead and give Wahoo the win here. So why not? Next, we have a Curt Hennig promo. And there's our champion. Of course, we clicked the wrong button. There is Larry Nelson. Where are you, Larry? There he is, and then Scott Hall. So we're going to base Curt Hennig on a microphone because, hey, why not? And our main event here is Hall versus Hennig for the title. This one should be able to go 16. And we want fans to get excited. So we're going to do something we normally wouldn't do here. And we're going to have Scott Hall get the win by countout. And we can do an epic. So the title will not change hands here. And we can actually give that match 3 more minutes. All right, so we're booked. Let's go ahead and start this show. All right, Vivian Vachon, this is not bad. A 41 overall for these two ladies. Very good. Next, we got some red text of doom, which is expected. The Destruction Crew get the win. Tommy Zenk scores a 68, but the match only gets a 50 overall. W.T. Jones had some problems here. And here we go, only a 50 for Jerry Blackwell. Jerry Blackwell only gets a 61, which is a little surprising. But I've learned to try to argue against this stuff. Ooh, this one's brutal. Nelson Royal scores a 58. This one only gets a 40 overall in the title match. And Sergeant Slaughter gets a nice 70. I was hoping for better in a promo since she's got such a great microphone score. But again, TEW does what TEW does. 64, Sergeant Slaughter gets the win with the Gutbuster instead of the Cobra Clutch. I was wrong. You could have bet in Vegas and won some money there. And Scott Hall gets a 68. The guy's got ridiculous charisma, ridiculous microphone skills, and gets a 68 in a hot feud. Unreal. Unreal. All right, we get a 49 overall as the two veterans here get the win against the two enhancement talents. There we go. Here we go. Curt Hennig pulls off an 82. Nice. Let's see what our main event does here. We get an 89 in the main event. Big. So all of Canada gets to see Scott Hall win by countout. So now they're thinking Scott Hall just may be able to take that title. Very nice. Very nice indeed. See if there's any takeaways. Just inexperience for Scott Hall. Not bad. Very nice. Great score overall. 89. We increase our popularity across Canada. I'm very happy. We're going to go ahead and finish that show, and it should bring us up the next TV taping here. And we're going to go ahead and worry about Saito when we get there. So we have Terry Ellis versus Cactus Jack here in the opener. That one's going to go 3 minutes. There is Terry Ellis. There is Cactus Jack. So, of course, Cactus Jack is going to get the win here. This is enhancement for him in Canada. All right, I got Mike Powers and Sam Villo versus Olsonoski and Peterson. Let's see if the 2 versus 2 shows up yet. And it's still magically vanished. You got me on that one, folks. But if I do a search, it shows right up. All right, Powers and Villo versus Olsonoski and Peterson. So here we go. There it is, Sam Villo. And I can't remember if it's Mike Powers. It is, yeah. There's Mike Powers. And then here is Olsonoski and Peterson. So we're going to give the win here to DJ Peterson. And that one is booked. All right, Van Horne, the legendary Van Horne, is going to face Rip Oliver. And I think Rip Oliver spent some time in Canada, but I can't be certain. I don't know too much about him. I'm learning more about him. People speak very highly of him. They say he was very good in the ring. And I think I heard that he had spent some time wrestling in Canada, but I don't know. All right, Rip Oliver is going over regardless. Next, we have Jose Medina and Scott Steiner. And Scott Steiner probably was not featured in Canada before. This might be his first appearance outside of what's been on American TV and shown in Canada. All right, there is Jose Medina. There's Scotty Steiner. Scott Steiner, of course, is getting the win. Here we go, moving right along. Keith Pullins versus Greg Wojokowski. And will we see Wojokowski and Steiner continuing their WWA feud into the AWA? We'll have to see, but something tells me it could happen. We got a stacked roster right now of serious wrestlers, you know that? A lot of these guys would tear people up if necessary. All right, there is Wojokowski with the win. And this takes us to Bob Backlund and Billy Robinson cutting a promo. Not a pomo, but a promo. There's Backlund. And there is Billy Robinson. And there is Larry Nelson. Hey, if you got any ideas for a Canadian guy to put in there to interview them, I'd be all for it. Let me know. Let me know what you think. And of course, Bob Backlund is in his feud with Dick Slater. So he's going to trash talk Dick Slater. And as a matter of fact, we're going to put Dick Slater tagging with Zbyszko. So we can put Bob Backlund based on microphone, Billy Robinson on overness, and Dick Slater off screen. So there we go. That one is now booked out. Next, we have Ben Patrick versus, okay, here's where we're going to make the change. We're going to put Dick Slater with Larry Zbyszko in the promo and also right here. So it's going to be Slater and Zbyszko. So we're going to pull Dick Slater out here. We're going to pull out. Remember that? We're going to pull out. And we're going to put, just for the heck of it, we're going to put Colonel De Beers in there. All right, so we got Ben Patrick versus Colonel De Beers next. And here is Ben Patrick. There's the good Colonel. We're going to make sure we click on that enhancement talent feature. And I'm telling you, folks, if you run enhancement talents, that was enhancement talent matches. That was a really good suggestion by our faithful listener, Jen. And I like it, especially when I can find it. All right, Greg Gagne is going to cut a promo here. And Greg Gagne is over in Winnipeg. So this should do well. But then again, You just never know. And here is Larry Nelson, and we're going to base Greg Gagne on selling. No, he had a pretty good enough microphone. Larry Nelson's on screen, so that one's booked. All right. Next, we got Paul Dose. The vicious Paul Dose. Not to be confused with Paul Uno, but Paul Dose. Versus Greg Gagne here. 3-minute squash. Paul doesn't know what he's walking into here. You know this is going to be a Gagne sleeper. There we go. World television title is up. And Greg Gagne is getting the win. So 2 title matches here. So Dick Slater and Larry Zbyszko are going to cut a promo together. And yes, you just caught me that sometimes I forget how to spell Larry Zbyszko's name. There's Dick Slater. There is Larry Zbyszko. Here is Larry Nelson. And of course, we're going to have him talk about Bob Backlund. That'll help their feud go. So Dick Slater is going to be based on selling. Why not? Zbyszko, of course, is going to be on microphone. And Bob Backlund's going to be off screen. So we are booked out there. And we should be able to do a 16-minute match with our main event here. So it is Backlund and, forgive me folks, I forgot, Robinson versus Slater and Zbyszko. All right, here is Bob Backlund. Here's Billy Robinson. Dick Slater. And Larry Zbyszko. Okay, we had a screw job the last time. Well, not a screw job. But we had Scott Hall win by count out or DQ or whatever it was. I don't want to give the Canadian fans another finish like this. So we're going to have Larry Zbyszko go over here. We're going to have Billy Robinson take the loss. And it's going to be a tainted win. They're going to cheat. Okay, and we know that this can also be an epic. So we should get another big score here. This is a big match. We can go another 3 minutes on the main. So we will. And here we go, folks. Let's see how we do. Red text the doom. Cactus Jack gets the win. That's all we were looking for. All right, Olsonoski and Peterson get the win. We only get a 48 overall, but not a bad score for Olsonoski and Peterson. Rip Oliver scores a 58, so there's the answer. His popularity must not be too high in Canada. So we get a 48 overall. Not bad. Putting in some work, getting Rip Oliver some W's. Scotty Steiner gets the win. Yes, we have not changed that Frankensteiner yet. I couldn't find another move that he did, so maybe that always was his finisher. So we get a 41 overall. Wojokowski's got a 73 in Winnipeg. Very nice. He's over. And he gets the win with that Boston Crab. And of course, Wojokowski is with that dastardly Don Carson. This is very disappointing. The promo here only gets a 57. That sucks. Moving right along, Colonel De Beers nets us a 45. Scored a 54 on his own. Uses that wicked pancake pile driver. So let's hope that our next promo turns out well here. And it's more awful than the last one. I can't wait to skip through that. All right. Greg Gagne defends the title against Dose, not to be confused against Uno. And, or you know, any other ones. Greg Gagne gets the win. Another defense for that world television title. 60 overall, not bad. And we get a crappy score for this promo. That should not have been a crappy score. But again, I just cannot explain the inner workings of TEW. And I can't explain why they'll continuously attempts to give me the screw job. So here's our main event. Let's see if they take the screws to us again. They sort of do. We only get a 77. How the hell does Dick Slater only get a 55 in Winnipeg? I don't know. I don't know. Looks like Bob Backlund was the only one that was over in Winnipeg. Billy Robinson was mega over in Winnipeg, but that's what he scores. We should still be fine. We should still get some gains across the board. Oh no! We lose popularity in a region. Terrific. Thank you, TEW, for your screw job. It's much appreciated. All right. So there we have it, folks. Our next show here is we're rolling right back into a spot show. So if you haven't done so already, please give this channel, hit the subscribe button for this channel, give this video a like, and share this video with your friends. Also, go to facebook.com/groups/1987supermod and join us in conversation about the mod itself and all things 1987 Supermod. Last but not least, if you would like the mod version 7.0, please go to braddrake.net, drop me a line, and I'll be more than happy to send you the link to the database and the picture pack. So long for now, everybody.